Well, I can't say I saw that coming. Bungie released a TWID on May 21st, which revealed that the Shadow and Order update, which was delayed until June and renamed Monument of Triumph, will be the last new content for Destiny 2. I know this channel is very new, but my time with Destiny is not. I may have taken some breaks here and there, but I've been playing this game for almost a decade now, pretty much since Destiny 2 released. I can't say I didn't see this coming, but I did remain optimistic that there was a future for the game. And you know what? Maybe there is still a future somewhere out there for the Destiny franchise. It has already been confirmed that Destiny 3 is not currently in production, but that doesn't mean that there will never be a Destiny 3. However, we can safely assume that if D3 is not already confirmed and announced, it would be several years at best before that game was even in a playable state, let alone released. At this point, my assumption is that Sony will eventually sell the assets to a different studio if Destiny is to continue. That's just speculation though, let's get back to the here and now. I'm not going to sit here and tell you about how Destiny got here, or why Bungie failed, or what they should have done differently, or blah blah blah. I also don't think Marathon is to blame solely. Sure, maybe it placed a nail in the coffin, but Marathon alone isn't what brought us to this point, and that isn't me defending Marathon, because I actually don't like the game at all. It's just me saying that we shouldn't sit here and throw stones, because at this point, none of that matters. We are where we are, and at this point, nothing will change that. I think for a lot of us, we were expecting the maintenance mode announcement, but not now, not right this second. Despite how poorly D2 was doing, we thought maybe, we could squeeze out another year of content where Bungie attempts to wrap up the current stories to the best of their ability, but no. And I think that's what gets me a little bit. If we had gotten this blog post directly after the final shape or even episode Heresy, I'd say the game would have ended on an incredibly high note, and I think a lot of people would have agreed with me. The problem is that we opened up this new saga, this can of worms, this box of hope, if you will, that will likely never finish. What's the Nine's end goal? What are we going to do about Xivu? When is Dredge and Bale coming out of hiding? These questions and so more will likely never be answered. I know this new update is supposed to wrap up some character stories, but I can't imagine it will be anything substantial enough to feel satisfied with this ending. And speaking of that update, the Monument of Triumph. It looks like a solid update, and I think that if it hadn't been released alongside the maintenance mode news, people would actually be pretty happy right now. You might even see some "we're so back" posts out there that people would be mentioning. Loot refreshes and Pantheon and sandbox updates and all sorts of cool stuff. Though the problem is that it all kind of feels pointless now. I mean, don't get me wrong. Raids and dungeons are fun, but I don't see a point in chasing loot that isn't helping me prepare for anything else. There's no new expansion or raid or dungeon to get prepared for. What's the point in grinding out weapons for a game that won't be getting new content to use them in? That doesn't mean I won't log in, though. I'll still be around for a little while in June to wrap up some things, help out some friends, take a walk down memory lane, and just say that I was there for the end. So what about this channel? In a previous video, I did say, if they say the game is going into maintenance mode, we'll have a different discussion, or something along those lines. Well, I guess it's time for that discussion. For me, for this channel specifically, it's not a huge deal. I will miss Destiny so much, but I can transition this channel to something else without much friction. What will that be? I'm not sure yet. My plan right now is to simply get this video out, let it reach my small but wonderful community for a couple weeks, then unpublish everything and start fresh. I've still got my main Elder Scrolls Online channel, and I'll figure out what I want this one to be. I do feel bad for the content creators who make a living from this game, though. People like Cross, Fallout, Bife, Datto especially, and many others who have been making content on this game since the beginning. I mean, heck, Datto was a big inspiration for my scripting and editing style in both of my channels, so to see all of this end and to see his video saying goodbye to the game, I mean, this This is surreal, to say the least. You never realize how long 9, almost 10 years actually is until you turn around and see how much has gone by. When I started playing this game, I had just gotten out of a very short military career. In that time, I got my bachelor's degree, jumped around a couple different career fields, bought a house, got married, had a kid, started a couple YouTube channels. Obviously, this is just a game, yes, but it was a little more than just a game. It was a hobby that I got to sit down and enjoy between all of the biggest moments of my life. It was a community where I made some good friends, and it was a beautiful art medium that told incredible stories with lessons that actually had a real-world impact for a lot of people. I am sad that this is the end, and I'm going to miss this game. If there is a Destiny 3 in the eventual future, I'm sure I'll be there. And if there never is a D3, well, then I guess I'll always have my memories. I'll go ahead and wrap up this video by saying I know that this wasn't the 30-minute novel that some other creators are likely putting out, but I think I was still able to get my point across. To my community, thank you for all the support. I'll still be posting regularly on my main channel if you want to keep up with me there, and feel free to stick around if you want to see what this channel becomes. I think all I've got left to say is that I've been Doc. Take care of yourselves, be good to others, and thank you for letting me be your healer.